What's up, everyone? It's me, Adam Prime, and I'm back with a mysterious black box. But it's not quite mysterious because this is the Kamen Rider Geats SODO ID1, which this is the first set of candy toy figures under the SODO line for Kamen Rider Geats. As you can see, there's just black nothingness all the way around the box, but if you lift open the flap, ooh, you can see the contents. Which, if I remember correctly, this is called SODO, Kamen Rider Geats SODO ID1 and Kamen Rider Revice. And you'll see why in a second. So as you can see, we do get a double, which isn't that much of a big deal when you have a mixing and matching system. So let's take a look at the first box. Oh, is this the same box? This is the same box. So, yeah. Grab the other one, you get the Geats boxes for Magnum Boost. Let me readjust the camera a little bit so we can get a better look at these boxes. But yeah, you got Magnum Boost, you got on the side the contents of who's all in it. And I've always liked the SODO line. It's just something I haven't really gotten into before because I don't care that much for stickering. But eventually, I just kept seeing them in, like, Japanese, like, local Japanese shops, near where I live, and I always somehow pick some up, because it's like, I picked up, like, Vale, I'll show him off later to show you how he scales with these guys, and stuff, so I kind of just caved this year, because I had a coupon to get this set, so I thought I would check them out, because these honestly do look like a ton of fun, and they look really good, and obviously got Magnum Boost. But yeah, we are going to move on to the next set of boxes, which is Geats entry form. So this is just Geats with nothing, but it does come with his weapon, so that's good. So you can make sure you can arm up his Magnum Boost form. But it also does come with other pieces, as you can see, and we'll show those off later. But he doesn't seem like he'll be that bad to put together, since he's mostly black. And in a similar vein, we got entry form Tycoon, which looks like it'll probably be about the same amount of work as a Geats entry form. And he comes with the hammer, interesting, and the shield. And a second Tycoon head. Interesting. It's interesting that they're giving us an extra Tycoon head. Don't mind. That means we'll able to do something else with that. So that's cool. And now we're getting into the Revi portion of it. And some of the figures I'm dreading stickering up, which is Ultimate Revi. Not because I don't like these forms, but because there's gonna be a whole lot of stickers. Whew. These are gonna be fun to put together. I am excited. I do love Revice. Revice was one of those. And so I don't mind getting these extra Revice ones, especially since there is no other representation outside of, I think, Figuarts have been revealed now for these forms. But these look pretty good. So that should be pretty cool. Obviously. Same picture. So yeah, you got that. And obviously if we have Revi, we gotta have Ultimate Vice, which looks very similar, but that's how it's designed. So yeah, we got Ultimate Vice. Pretty cool. And last but certainly not least, we got Juga, which he looks pretty cool. I'm excited to... Honestly, I'm really excited to build all of these. I'm kind of just got that, like, wanting to, like, build model kits kind of scratch, and I feel like these are really gonna help me out with that. So, I'm excited to get these all built up, so I'm gonna go build these, and we'll see how they are when we get back. Alright, here is ID1 all built up. We have all of the figures. Here are all the unique ones. We do have an extra boost magnum body, but we'll get to that in a second. let's start off with Geats entry form. Because why not? Let's start with the Geats side of the box. And these look really good. And it does come with stickers for the ID cores, but I'm keeping it blank to make sure I can have, if I don't want to use Geats' head on it, I can use it for somebody else. So I didn't want to commit, like, the driver to a certain rider for this one, because, you know, I can see myself taking the Geats parts off and using it somewhere else. And they obviously come with these nice stands, which are on ball joints. And I am no stranger to SODO, but this is the first SODO, like, full box set that I have bought. Like, I've bought SODO here and there over the years when I usually find them in stores. So I finally bit the bullet, and these look really good. Like, really well done. Like, look at that Geats head. And pretty much a lot of this, except for the eyes and these two triangle pieces on the side of the head, are painted. Like, even the under the eyes was painted like orange. So if you really didn't want like the metallic reflective orange, you could have left the stickers off. The shoulder pads are connected to the body, and like they're on like a rod system, so you almost get this like butterfly kind of hinge. You have an open hand and closed fist, because that's what I did. You could store the other two on the base. Got like 90 degrees of elbow. We can go somewhat backwards, all the way around, obviously. You have the scarf on the back, which is also on a ball joint and can go wherever you want. And all the articulation is on the same for almost all of these figures, but I will tell you where there are like differences when I get to them. So yeah, the hands are ball joints, so if you ever wanted to change them out. You also get like knee joints, get a waist swivel because you can pull them apart. Driver you can twist around or pop off. And you can kick that far. Not much of a back part because of the butt flap, but what are you gonna do? Ball joint at the ankle so you can get all the things. So let's see, how wide of a stance can I get him? How wide? Pretty wide. And he can stand in it. Congratulations. That's how far all of these can probably do that. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's the pose ability. You could give him the hammer or the shield, even though they do not have any buckles for him yet. That's an ID 4, which I currently have on the way to me. It's something, we'll get to those when we get to Tycoon's entry form, which is pretty much more of the same. But again, I like how far the head can go up, though. It's like, wow! And yeah, that's Geats entry form for the most part. So let's get him back on his stand. You just plug it back in. And there you go. And let's just knock out Tycoon real quick. Oh yeah, wait. Geats also came with an extra, 2 extra drivers. So if you wanted to, like, pull him apart, like pull him apart at the waist and pull Boost Magnum at the waist, you can plug it in and you can put it so you can have Magnum as the driver. So they give you the extra, so if you wanted to make him with just Boost pants or just Magnum pants, which is really cool, and or you could use them with Tycoon, because you do get an extra Tycoon head with Tycoon, which is what I used this extra, that's where this extra Tycoon head came from. It was one of the accessories that came in one of Tycoon entry forms boxes. They gave you 2 head pieces and the Magnum eyes, so if you wanted to do it, which that's what I allotted to do, because why not give me a chance to, if I ever wanted to mix match a Boost with any of the other figures, just I'm gonna have the extra ones laying around, which I appreciate. I'm glad that like the extras or like the repeats in this SODO set are useful. Like you can use them for customization, which is really cool. But yeah, you get a Magnum one, which looks pretty good. Has all the molding in there. And where did the Boost one go? It's right there. There's the boost, which it doesn't matter which way, because obviously you can spin it. So, or you can drop it. I dropped it. And, yeah. Here's that. The stickers look pretty good. And now we go to Tycoon's entry form, which, like I said, came with this hammer and the shield. So if you pop them off, which it's on there pretty good. It does not want to come off. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Cut it. Okay, there we go. I was about to say cut. But we're good. So if you want to, you can see the little peg. Put it in his hand. And bing bada boom. He's got a shield. And you have the hammer, which I guess you could you plug it in? Yeah, you can plug it in right there if you want, on the side of the hip. I guess, if that's what you want to do, you can do that. But you can take it apart, and you can give it to Geats, because he needs something, I guess. Give it to Geats, and then you can put the little end of the hammer on there, and then you could store that over there. So yeah, the Tycoon, again, very much the same. This waistband, though, is molded on there. So even though it is just a sticker for the green part, but like the molding is under there. So you will not get these legs for Tycoon mixed up. And obviously I put the little sticker on there for the base because I gave him the ID core, because at least this lower half of Tycoon can be used for whatever. So like it can only be used for stuff for Tycoon, so I might as well just keep one as the entry form. That's what I decided to do. It's not a neutral body, I guess. It has molded extra dibblies. And let's get to the last Geats figure, which is Boost Magnum itself, which this looks really good. Just looks really good. The Magnum Shooter 40X came with entry Geats, actually. And that's, that makes sense. Like, that one came with a lot less of stuff, you know, for the figure itself. And this one has a ton of molding. This is paint. Like, the chest is paint. This is a sticker. And the stickers weren't that bad, honestly. And you can even, if you go over here onto his wrist, you can pop this out and flip out and turn it around and give him his wrist guns. And I love that. Again, the head looks really good. I like how it turned out. I'm really happy with how these SODO figures turned out. Like, yeah, it takes time to build them and you have to get stickers. Oh, I knocked off his pipes. And that was my only frustrating point with these figures, were the pipes, actually, outside of the amount that were for those two, but we'll get to them last. The pipes were a little awkward to do, but once I figured them out, I had no problem after that. It just was a little bit like, I thought I might be ruining it, but overall, I think they turned out really well. Like, this looks so good. Like, I have no complaints. The articulation looks really good. You get the alternate hands, and Tycoon even comes with like closed, non-open hand fists. So you even have those to use, which are pretty cool. So yeah, they really thought of everything. And like I said, it did come, if you watch the box layout, there was an extra Boost Magnum. And again, you got an extra Tycoon head, so I just was like, cool. And I customized the driver by cutting out the Geats ID core, because if you look at the drivers, the Geats ID core is like a piece of it, because it's like one sticker. So I cut the sticker up, and I just got it off. Doesn't look the prettiest, but whatever. But yeah, no, I overall, I'm glad that they gave you this extra Tycoon head, because it allows you to have mixing and matching possibilities. So, And also because of that, and this might be a little bit of a sneak peek, I do have an extra Geats head. So yeah, I was able to use it for another form I will use later down the line. Because I don't need another Geats Magnum. And obviously he gets the scarf. Next up, let's take a look at Juga. Juga comes with an open set of hands and closed fists like everyone else. And this looks really good, honestly. I think this turned out really good. Like, it has like matte paint in areas, like on the helmet and like the body and everything. And that's pretty cool. But then you like, these thighs are like painted, but like the gold is, like all the silver on the legs is painted. But the gold little stripes are stickers, which that looks pretty good. The shoes were really weird stickers to apply, but they look good. And overall, I like how Juga turned out. Like, obviously, it's going for those Kuga Ultimate vibes, and it nailed them. It's really good. Get the driver, get the back molding detail, got that powerful butt. Yeah, but overall, I like how he turned out. You even get the driver, the Juga driver. The stamp was a little, yeah, that's a sticker. The whole chest part was a sticker, but the head was just like a couple stickers, and the rest was like matte black paint. So yeah, you got the pauldrons, but overall, I think Juga turned out really well. You get Juga's name on the bottom. And just in case if I forgot to show them off, there are my extra stickers. So you do get all of those. Next up, let's go with the 2 pains in the butt. There was so much stickers for both of these because they're nearly identical in the amount of stickers. So yeah, let's take a look. And the only thing I can say is, as frustrating as those stickers were and the amount of time it looks, these look good. Like, these look really good. Like, it's like, that's maybe also why I'm a little bit mad, where it's like, God damn it, the results speak for themselves. They look so good. You got the nice, clear pink plastic for, like, the chest and helmet, which just look amazing. It helps that, like, you get that reflective sticker under there. It's like, yeah, it could have been better if it was paint, maybe. But, you know, whatever. And overall, I think it looks really well. Like, it looks really well. It's good. Like, much like all the others, it comes with closed fists and an open set of hands. He has those T-Rex thighs. The shoes were a pain in the butt. Honestly, I wish they would have done what they did with the hands, which was paint them pink or cast them in pink. Oh, maybe that's why, because they didn't want to paint the feet. I don't know. But, like, yeah, all the pink were individual stickers. That was a pain in the butt. But overall, like, yeah, you get the driver with the stamp in there. But, yeah, no. These guys just look really well done. And, again, even though they have T-Rex Thunder thighs, it doesn't change up the amount they can do that. So, yeah, there is that. And here's Vice, which I have pegged into the base rather than on the stand because of his tail, because it gets a little bit in the way. But pretty much all the same stuff I said for Revi, which obviously it says Ultimate Vice and Ultimate Revi at the bottom of their bases. But yeah, no, it just looks really good. Like, everything I can say about Revi, same for Vice. That's just really good. And yeah, also you can click these stands together. So if you just want to bloop, and then they stay on pretty well. So yeah, let's bring in some size comparisons. Let's bring in some older SODO. Like, this has so much less articulation than any of these guys. But yeah. Also have Vale. He's looking good with the rest of them. Let's try it with the Yudo Don Dragoku, which he is definitely, I think, taller than them. Like, if you put him on the stand, he would be either A, about the same size, or a little bit taller. But they look good together, honestly. Like, they don't look too out of place. So, it works, in my opinion. So, there's that. We also got, even though the scaling doesn't work for this at all, here's Ava Unit 1 from Ava Frame. Yeah, she's much bigger. She's much bigger. I also have the SODO Kuga, who's much smaller than these guys, but he's fully painted, so that's your trade-off. Do you want something bigger? I also have the, was it Remix Series Revi? Which it was in the same scale as the RKFs, which obviously he is much bigger than any of them. And obviously these will not scale well with anything that's like 6 inches. Here's Crocmaster. He, like, that's a little too big. You know? It's a little too big. But Skeletor, I think, weirdly works. I don't know, maybe it's because he's like a buff skeleton man, but I could see them somewhat fighting Skeletor. So yeah, Skeletor works. And why not an SH Figuarts. Got Vegeta. Yeah, and that still doesn't work. That's obviously not meant to scale. But overall, I think they work well, especially with other candy toy lines like Yudo. So, overall, I really do like it. And again, I like the Magnum helmet on Tycoon. It works, man. It really does. So, yeah. I'm probably going to, because I already have set 3, as you can see. And I'll be covering these SODO sets as I go. So, yeah. Who's your favorite of the set, honestly? Are you guys more for the Revice characters? Are you just happy to have the Geats one? Because I honestly think the gimmicks and the mixing and matching you can do with those figures are really fun. So, yeah. Overall, I think these are really fun figures. And if you want to cherry pick, go ahead and cherry pick. I can still recommend you at least try. If you have a character you want in this set, pick it up. It's probably going to be fun. They're solid figures, and especially if you can find them for not a bad price, because they're not even that expensive for boxes. Like, I know they're like only like 500 yen or something like that, but I don't know how much you could find them singly on their own outside of Japan. But I don't know. Overall, I think these are really solid figures, and I just really like them. I feel like that's all I'm saying. So yeah, until whatever I do next, which might be more SODO, might not be, but who knows. So, until whatever I do next, bye.